glad to see you here. Switch on your camera.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, so let's see who is present. So switch on your camera. Okay, there are 5 students are present. What about others? Asim, will they join or not? So Isha, Iman. Okay.
Ma'am, I will join.
Yes, ma'am, I am present.
Okay. So you see, Asim. So there are
Yes,
12
ma'am.
students in your group. There are 12 students in your group and only 6 are present. So what about others? Were they today on the classes, lectures?
Ma'am, all students will be joined.
Mhm. So what was your home task? Isha?
Venous and lymphatic drainage, ma'am.
So have you
Venous and
prepared?
lymphatic drainage.
Have you prepared for the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Gm18. So Anas told that he's ready. What about you, Asim?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So Saifal, will you tell us about the venous drainage of the upper limb?
Ma'am, Atif Nadeem is also present.
Yes, I see him.
Ma'am,
Saifal?
I'm also present. Ahmed Jamal is also present, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the venous system, the systemic venous system brings deoxygenated blood from the tissues and organs back to the right atrium of heart.
So Saifal, today we are talking about the venous system of upper limb. So how it's comprised? So what can you tell us about it?
Yes. Okay. So the venous system of the upper limb, there are different types of veins. First of all, superficial vein, basilic vein, cephalic vein, and others, deep venous system as well.
So you see it's divided into 2, into superficial and deep veins, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's start from the superficial veins.
Yeah, so the major superficial veins of upper limb are cephalic and basilic, these 2 veins.
Where from they
And
originate?
ma'am, they are located within the subcutaneous tissues of the upper limb. The basilic vein originates from the venous network of hand and at the border of the major.
Of the hand, so where? The venous system network, where is it?
Then that ascends the medial aspect of upper limb.
May I answer, ma'am?
Okay.
And
Anas?
Ma'am, the dorsal digital veins drain into the dorsal metacarpal veins and form a network called the dorsal venous arc, and from there the basilic and the cephalic veins arise. And these drain into the axillary vein and axillary vein or brachial vein, and from the axillary vein to the interjugular vein,
Interjugular
and from
vein.
interjugular, yes.
So, so let's start from the basilic vein as Saifal started. So basilic vein arises from the dorsal venous network, right? So then
Yes,
how
ma'am.
it goes, how it runs?
Basilic vein, ma'am.
Yes.
Basilic, yes, ma'am. Basilic vein arises from the dorsal vein, venous arc, and it continues in the arm for on the on the medial side of the arm, and from the medial side of the arm it ascends to the ulnar side. Ulnar, it continues from the ulnar bone, and from that it arises in the middle of the arm. It pierces in the deep fascia, and from that deep fascia it joins the brachial vein or axillary vein.
So it joins the brachial vein and form axillary vein. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Laiba? 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 That is why I'm asking you to switch on your camera.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that I was sure that you are present in the class and I could ask you every
Hello,
moment.
ma'am. Can you hear
I
me?
need. So switch on your camera. Live camera. Okay, Atif, will you continue with the cephalic vein? Atif,
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
cephalic vein.
Cephalic vein.
Mhm.
Cephalic vein is the type of blood vessel that carry deoxygenated blood from sorry, ma'am.
We are listening to you. Atif, go on. Cephalic vein.
Sorry, ma'am. It's not clear to me.
You cannot hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, so please tell us about the cephalic vein.
Ma'am, this is not clear to me. I can't explain it now.
Okay, Ahmed, will you help us? Ahmed Jamal.
Ma'am, cephalic vein is just along a basilic vein. It is on a primary superficial vein that drains the upper limb. It actually courses through both the forearm and terminates by the draining into axillary vein.
I cannot hear you. Ahmed.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I was asking about cephalic vein. So you told us.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, I was telling cephalic vein is along the basilic vein, is on the primary superficial vein that drain into our upper limb.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, ma'am?
Of course. Tell us about the
Yeah.
route of this cephalic vein, where it drains to.
It actually, ma'am, it is the courses of both forearm and the at in terminal terminates by the draining into axillary vein. It actually located into lateral aspect of our body.
So where, at what place it will drain into the axillary vein?
Ma'am, but you just say?
At what place it will drain into axillary vein?
Almost arm of the hand, I guess. Lateral
You
aspects.
guess. You guess. So, but you have to know where exactly. Asim,
Yes,
Will-
ma'am.
will you help Ahmed?
About what, ma'am?
Where have you been? You are not listening us? Listening to us?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, please wait just a minute. Just a while, please.
We have to wait. Wait for what? Wait for your Googling? So,
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Actually, my younger sister was came to me.
why did you come? Why did she come?
Uh, she came to me to check my class, to see you.
Maybe to help you?
Oh no, ma'am. She is 10 years
She's,
old.
she's disturbing
10
you.
years old. Her age is 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Asim, the same question about the cephalic vein, where it at what place it drain into the axillary vein?
Ma'am, a spherical vein, a superficial vein. It is located in the arm. And ma'am, it communicates with the basilic vein through median cubital vein at the elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right, ma'am?
Mm-hmm. Go on.
And ma'am, it is yes, ma'am.
Go on. Mm-hmm.
It is located, ma'am, in the superficial fascia,
Patient.
Fascia.
along the anterolateral surface of the biceps.
Mm-hmm.
And ma'am, spheric vein, it drains the lateral side of superficial venous network of dorsum.
Mm-hmm.
In turn, and ma'am, it in turn drains blood from the palm of the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Spheric vein, ma'am, also drains blood from the lateral aspect of upper limb via small superficial veins.
Asim, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So every class I'm asking you the only question. When
Oh.
are you going to start studying?
Yes, ma'am.
Learning anatomy. When? When are you going to start learning anatomy?
Ma'am, please type in chat. Your voice is not clear.
Okay, I will check. I will check.
And ma'am, my mobile phone's battery is about 4%.
When are you going to start studying?
Ma'am, I already started.
I have the only question to you. That's all.
Chat box check करो.
Ma'am, I started.
आसिफ
Already.
फंस गए.
So every time you are telling me, so the next class, you will start from the next class, okay? So the next class will never come, right?
Ma'am,
Because it
today
always will be next class. So that is why I'm telling you, you have to start it. You have to start it yesterday on the previous class.
today I was wrong, ma'am. My answer was not right.
Your answer was right, but you were reading. That is why I'm telling you that.
No, ma'am.
Yes,
I was
every piece,
telling you. I was telling
every
you in
part
my words,
of.
in my own words, ma'am.
So you see, you were reading, then you are converting this and trying to explain it by your words, but it's not working. So Saifal, will you tell us about the cephalic vein, where it's drained into the axillary vein?
Ma'am,
Saifal,
May I answer, ma'am?
so let's listen to Saifal, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
About what was the question? Please repeat.
Cephalic vein.
Yeah, ma'am. The cephalic vein actually.
So I was asking about the cephalic vein. So where exactly? So where it will drain the axillary vein into axillary vein? This is what was my question. Saifal.
I cannot hear you properly.
Okay, I will text. Okay, so at what place?
Yes, ma'am. That drains the axillary vein, ma'am.
Saifal, what?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you say?
Axillary vein,
can I
ma'am.
give class?
Into the axillary vein. Ma'am, you.
Read the question.
This.
At what place?
मैम पूछ रही है कि कहाँ पे कौन से लोकेशन पे ड्रेन होती है एक्सिलरी वेन में. वो बताओ.
Ma'am, in the radial part of the hand, forearm, that's it, along with the basilic vein that empties into the axillary vein directly.
Where exactly?
Ma'am, palm of our hand, right hand, I guess.
No. Okay, Anas, tell us.
Ma'am, cephalic vein terminates into the axillary vein and it pierces the fascia of the clavipectoral part.
Mhm. So you see, we have the delta pectoral triangle, so it will run through this delta pectoral triangle, and then it will pierce the fascia, clavipectoral fascia, yes, and
Ma'am,
drain into axillary vein. What?
excuse me.
Yes.
Ma'am, can I leave class? My mobile phone's battery 1%.
Asim, we talk about it in the chat, right?
Oh, okay, ma'am. You
I have
not
already told you about this, right?
okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Goodbye, ma'am. Take care.
Goodbye.
And
Goodbye.
please tell me about next topic in WhatsApp.
So, okay.
I will
Okay.
prepare. Okay, ma'am. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Goodbye, ma'am.
So Saifal is very busy, right?
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. So what about our girls? I don't know. Laiba and Isha, are they present or not?
Yes, ma'am. Present.
Yes, ma'am. Isha Iman present.
Laiba
Um,
Wahid
But
is
they,
also present.
Okay, I'm glad that you're present. So switch on your camera, please. That we knew that you are present.
Okay, ma'am.
Nothing has changed. Laiba,
Ma'am, 1 minute.
no, I will not give you a minute. Aisha Ishak, where are you? Aisha.
Yes, ma'am. Present.
So the same request. Camera, switch on your camera. Okay, so Laiba, I have a question for you. So I didn't understand. Oh, okay. I see what you're asking me. That's okay. So Laiba, what about the median cubital vein? Will you tell us about it? Microphone, Laiba, we cannot hear you.
Sorry, ma'am.
Mhm.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Median cubital vein.
Ma'am, can you write it? Ma'am, it is the most, it is the prominent superficial vein, cubital, median cubital vein, and usually the most outlined vein in the entire human body. And what I say, it transfers blood from the radial to the ulnar side of the forearm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. I define.
Okay, what about the median vein of the forearm?
Medial, ma'am, what?
Median vein of the forearm.
Forearm. Medial vein of the forearm. In the human body, the cubital vein is the superficial vein of the upper limb. It is very
I'm
clean.
not asking about the median cubital vein. I'm asking about the median vein of the forearm.
Medial vein of the forearm, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, the median vein drains the palm and interior forearm into the basilia vein, and it stems off into the superficial branch.
Laiba. What do you have there? Laptop?
No, ma'am, I have nothing.
Oh, really? You have nothing?
Yes, ma'am, I have nothing. Ma'am, I have eyesight issue. That's why
What do you have? You have studied?
Ma'am, I have eyesight issue. That's why.
So, median vein of the forearm. Okay. So, what is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Median vein of the forearm. Okay, go on. What did you say?
Ma'am, sorry, I can't hear you.
The same question. Go on.
Ma'am, okay. And the median antebrachial vein drains the palm, and ma'am, I forgot it. The interior forearm into the basilia vein and medial cubital vein. It stem into the smaller superficial branch in the palm, and interior forearm. This is not. They are known as medial cubital vein.
So, where to it drains?
Yes, ma'am.
Where to it drains?
Axillary, I think so. Yes, ma'am. What are you saying?
We are talking about the median vein of the forearm. So, where to it drains into?
Ma'am, I don't know.
What?
सारे मुंह उठा के बैठे हो, कोई हेल्प ही कर दे वैसे. Ma'am,
What
I
did you
don't
say?
know. No, ma'am. Nothing.
So, Laiba, I understand that you are not ready for the class. You are reading from some sources. I don't know what you do have there, laptop or another phone. I don't know. So,
My phone is on my hand, ma'am.
So, but I see that you are cheating. Yes.
No, ma'am, I have eyesight issue. That's why.
Isha? Isha? Isha, are you present? Where are you?
Yes, ma'am, I am present.
So where is your camera?
Turn on your camera.
I don't see your video. Where is your picture?
आजा नहीं, तेरा भी वक्त आ गया.
So I think I see Laiba Wahid for the first time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Today only. Why? What was the problem? You're so beautiful and you don't want to show your face to us. Why?
No, ma'am. Actually, I have some signal problem. That's why.
Ma'am, she is shy just because she haven't put on makeup.
Oh, please, Ahmed, don't do this. Ma'am, is not right. Ma'am, actually, I missed last class. Actually, my father is ill, so that's why. Actually, I don't know about the work, so that's why I can't answer you properly.
Isha?
ईशा आ जाओ खुदा के लिए.
यार आता जाता कुछ नहीं है, आके क्या करना.
ईशा अब ड्रामे ना करो, आ जाओ तुम. मेरी बेइज्जती होगी, अब तुम भी करा लो थोड़ी सी.
ठीक है.
मैम, शी इज कमिंग. शी इज डूइंग मेकअप.
Okay, Aisha, where are you? Aisha?
मैम,
Oh, Isha. Okay. Glad to see you. So, will you tell us about the median vein of the forearm? So where to it drains? Isha. So the same questions. Same question. I cannot hear you. Switch on microphone.
Yes, ma'am. What question?
The same question which Laiba has. So you don't follow our class?
Medial vein of the
On
forearm.
the forearm, yes.
हाँ जी ईशा.
बताओ क्या बोल रहे हैं. ओके मैम. Ma'am, antebrachian.
Aisha?
Ma'am, I don't know.
Aisha? So we cannot see your video, Aisha. Open your
Yes, ma'am.
camera. Open your camera, we cannot see your face.
Actually, I am sick, therefore I can't prepare.
So this is the first time when I see you, Aisha. Really? So you needed 1 month before you showed us your face, right? Aisha.
Yes, ma'am.
So I cannot hear you, cannot see you. So the same question. About the medial vein of the forearm, so where to it drains? Saifal?
Yes, ma'am. May I answer?
Yes, answer.
So the median vein drains into the basilic and median cubital veins.
That's it. Okay, let's start with the lymphatic system, lymphatic drainage of the upper limb. Okay, sorry for disturbing you, Saifal. Ahmed, will you explain us about the lymphatic system? Ahmed Jamal.
Yes, ma'am.
So lymphatic system of the lymphatic drainage of the upper limb.
Ma'am, I haven't. What do you say, ma'am?
Lymphatic drainage of the upper limb.
Lymphatic, ma'am. Actually, your voice is not clear, and that's my sin, ma'am.
Maybe just you typing too slow. That is why.
No, ma'am. Lymphatic vein, ma'am.
What should I do with your group? I don't know. Atif, what about you? Atif,
Yes, ma'am.
same question, lymphatic drainage of the upper limb.
Sorry, ma'am.
Atif, we're waiting. Everybody is waiting for you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Sorry, ma'am. I didn't revise. Next time, inshallah, I will prepare myself completely.
मॉडरेटर की बैठे इस क्लास में कसम से
Okay. So who is left? Anas?
Anas.
Yusuf कौन है?
So you see, Anas, we cannot
Yes, ma'am.
disturb Saifal. Atif is not ready. Ahmed also is not ready. Aisha, Laiba, and Tisha, they are not ready too. So who is left? Only you left.
Ma'am, lymphatic
Lymphatic
drainage.
drainage of the upper limb.
Yes, ma'am. There are lymphatic vessels and nodes present in the body, in the upper limb, particularly near the arteries and veins, and they are named in the same way as their respective arteries are named, like subclavian lymph node at near the clavicle, and axillary lymph node in the near the axillary artery, and there are also lymph nodes present in the brachium and antebrachium. In the humeral lymph node, and in the near the ulnar lymph node, and then near the radial artery is a radial lymph node.
Radial lymph nodes. So you see, the lymph vessels, they accompany the veins, right? So as you know that venous system is presented by the superficial and deep veins. So we can say that the lymph vessels had the same. So we have a superficial and
I'm
deep
sorry,
lymph
my
vessels.
internet is bad.
Yes. So you see, we said that lymph vessels, they accompany the veins. So that is why, as we have superficial and deep veins, so we have the same, the superficial and deep lymph vessels. So if we will talk about the deep lymph vessels, so they accompany the deep veins, and they drain the deep structures of the upper limb, so the muscles, the bones, and they drain into the axillary lymph nodes, so into the humeral group of the axillary lymph nodes. If we'll talk about the superficial lymph vessels, you will see that we have, so as we have two veins there, superficial, basilic, and cephalic. So these veins are accompanied by the superficial lymphatic vessels. So on the medial side, we have the lymph vessels which accompany the basilic vein, right? So it will drain, and this lymph will drain into the superficial cubital lymph nodes, or they are called supratrochlear lymph nodes, which are present above the medial epicondyle of the humerus. I hope that you remember the bones and the structures which we have on the bones. So the humerus, we have two condyles there, medial and lateral. So above the medial epicondyle, we have a superficial cubital lymph nodes. And then the lymph from this lymph node will drain into humerus group of the axillary lymph nodes. So if we will see the lateral group, so the lateral side of the upper limb, so the lymph from the hand, the forearm, and arm will drain into the infraclavicular lymph nodes. So you see, this is how the upper limb, so the lymph drainage of the upper limb. So you see that most of the lymph from the upper limb will drain into the lateral group of the axillary lymph nodes. Lateral group is the same as the humerus. So that is why we have to discuss the axillary lymph nodes. So have you studied the axillary lymph nodes? Have you prepared? So in axilla, we have 5 groups of the axillary lymph nodes. The first group is anterior, or it's called the pectoral. Then we have a posterior group of axillary lymph nodes, or it's called the subscapular. The third group is the lateral or humerus lymph nodes. Then we have a central group of lymph nodes, axillary lymph nodes, which are located at the center of the axilla, at the base of the axilla. So, and the last one is the apical nodes. So if we have a look at the anterior group of the lymph nodes, so you will see this. This is the and they are located in the so the pectoralis major muscle and superior border of the pectoralis major muscle. So minor and major muscles. Lymph nodes, it will drain the anterolateral aspect of the chest and the abdomen till the umbilicus and so will drain into anterior group of the lymph node. So, so you see the anterior group lymph nodes, they drain the lymph from the anterolateral aspect of the chest, from the major part of the breast, and from the abdominal wall till umbilicus. The second part is a posterior group or subscapular group, so they are present anterior to the subscapularis muscle, subscapular muscle, and it will drain the back of the back, so till the iliac crest, and so it will and posterior neck also. So this can receive lymph from till the superior border of the iliac crest, as I told you. The next is the lateral group. So the lateral group or humerus group of the lymph nodes, it will drain, it drains the upper limb, we discussed it. So the most part of the upper limb from the deep lymph vessels and from the lymph vessels which accompany the basilic vein, right? Okay, and the next group is a central group, which I told you, so it's they are located at the base of the axilla and drain the lymph from these three groups, from this previous anterior, posterior, and lateral group. And the last one is the apical group. So apical group receives the so first of all, they are located at the apex of the axilla and receives the lymph from the axilla, so over all of them. So first of all, it receives the lymph from the central lymph nodes. And also from the infraclavicular lymph nodes. And then after that, the lymph from the apical lymph nodes, so it will drain into the subclavian lymph trunk and from the left side, it will drain into the thoracic duct, and from the right side into the right lymphatic duct trunk. So we didn't discuss the infraclavicular group. So this also called the delta pectoral group. So they are located not in the axillary region. So they
The clavicle.
So they located in the delta pectoral groove. Yes, so above the pectoral, clavicle pectoral fascia, yes. So as we discussed it, that the lymph from the hand, forearm and arm on the lateral side, yes, it will drain into the infraclavicular group of lymph nodes. So, so this is what about the lymphatic drainage of the upper limb. So let's see. So Aksan was absent, Aruba absent. At the beginning of our class, Tosik was present, but then he disappeared, so he is absent. Hamza also absent. Atif present, Saifal Ahmed Jamal present. Okay, so your home task for the next class. I will text you. For the next class, it will be very large, big topic for you. But we have no time. That is why I'm giving you a lot of topics for the next class because only 3 classes left for before the first module. So thoracic and abdominal aorta. So you have to know the location of this thoracic and abdominal aorta, so how it runs, and of course the branches. So what they supply, the region, okay, and that's not enough. Venous and lymph drainage. And lymph drainage of the thorax and abdomen. So is it clear? Can you
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
me what you had on lectures, on previous lecture? What have you passed? I think Sarabas gave you the thoracic and abdominal aorta, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So where did you stop on the lecture? So what was the last on the lecture? Hmm? You were not present on lecture. You don't know what have you passed.
Ma'am, there were like aorta in thoracic and abdominal aorta, also the blood supply of the upper limb.
And that's all.
Yes, ma'am. We have not studied the lymphatic system right
And
now.
venous drainage.
Venous drainage done.
Done.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Lymphatic system and venous drainage has. But ma'am, we had not been explained the lymphatic venous drainage of lymph, ma'am. There were only few pictures, one or two pictures only.
Okay. So, tomorrow you should have a lecture, but tomorrow is day off. I don't know, will Sarabas held a lecture for you? But
No,
I
ma'am.
think
Tomorrow
no,
is, I
yes.
think, a weekend, ma'am. Holiday, ma'am.
Yes. Tomorrow is the day off. Okay. So I'm asking you to read these topics and prepare for the next. You see that it is very big topic, but you will have a lot of questions in MCQs about this. So from this topic, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, tomorrow is a holiday, right?
What?
Tomorrow is holiday.
Tomorrow is
received.
holiday, yes.
Yes. So there were no lectures of anatomy as well.
I think so. Branches, veins. So, GM18, will you tell me what are you going to do in the model?
Quiz, ma'am. And
I mean, what are you going to do in the model? Because I told you that in the MCQs, you will get only the maximum is 20 points. Other 30 points you have to get from the activity in your classes. But you see, the activity is not good for the most of the members of your group. For example, Ahsan, he has got 3 absence. So I don't know what about Hamza Khan? He left university or not? Is he studying in your group?
yes, ma'am, he is in our group. Hamza Khan.
But I didn't see him. So he has so we had 5 practice
Ma'am.
classes, and on all practice classes he was absent.
Yes, ma'am. Now we will inform the Asim and he will warn them.
What?
We will ask Asim to warn them
Yes. So ask him.
so that they join the class.
Okay, so you know your home task?
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm. You see, if Hamza is going to study in our university, he has to clear his activity, his absence before the module, okay? You have to tell him. And Aksanullah also, he has got 3 absence, so he must clear this absent, okay? And you see, so you have to get some points. I mean, 30 points from your activity, but how I will put it to you, I don't know, because most of the students in the class are not ready and not prepared for the classes. So what shall we
Ma'am,
do? I don't know.
Ma'am, we will prepare, inshallah.
So that is why for the next class, prepare the topic, okay? Be ready for the class.
Okay, ma'am.
Inshallah, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So I hope that you will be more responsible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
We will not give you any complaint.
You want to complain?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am,
We
she
will
is
not
trying to
give you
say
any
that she
complaint
will
from
not
our
give
side.
you any chance to complain you.
Any chance to complain? Okay, I understand. So when this day will come?
Never.
You know, it's like a dream which will never come true.
Inshallah, inshallah, that will come as soon as it can be.
In
As
next class,
possible,
inshallah.
yes. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next what?
I mean, next class we will prepare ourselves. Inshallah.
Next semester.
Atif, you don't know what you have to prepare. Atif, if you will open the book, you will understand how how it will be difficult to keep your words for the next class.
If we hard work,
Mm.
ma'am, it's not difficult.
Ma'am, our group mates are very hardworking, ma'am.
Oh, really?
Yes, when they were last time just sleeping, man. They didn't knew the topic.
Okay, I hope so. So let's see. Inshallah, everybody will be ready for the class and they will be very, very happy.
Inshallah, ma'am.
Okay.
And we will make you happy in the next lecture.
We'll see. Okay.
Amen.
So thank you. So you have your home task. If you will have some questions, you may text me, okay? But you had lectures. So I asked Sarabas to put lectures on Moodle. So I think today or tomorrow he will put these topics in the Moodle where you can add his PDF files. So, but I think you have to study from the books first of all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
So goodbye.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Bye.